Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Ciara. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat and get settled with a cat in my lap. Oh no, the camera's too far away. Here. Scoot, 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 scoot. There. That's better, right? Yeah. Except now the cat can mess with it. William Blake, behave. I will not meow me, he says. Say hi to the people. Hi, people. He's purring his stupid little head off. Hello, welcome. All right, we're settled. How are you on this, the second to last Sunday in January? Feels like it's been a liminal month for me, caught between like wanting to do nothing and feeling like I need to do everything. When this is released, the vision board workshop will have wrapped up. I've got, as of right now, 8 people signed up, which is awesome. Which, you know, we can definitely take a few more, but yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. I've been doing a lot of meditation and prayer and thinking about how I want it to go, and I'm really excited about it. A lot of prep work, a lot of like mental, emotional, spiritual prep work, and then like actual physical prep work. I'll show you, I have this cute little workbook I made. It has 12 pages of like prompts and tips, and there's a little article about why vision boards work and some recommended reading for goal setting, a little like goal setting guide or goal getting guide, I guess, because setting goals and finishing your goals are two different things. Kind of like how using your yarn and buying your yarn are two different things. Speaking of yarn, I have picked back up the knitting. I frogged, well actually I didn't frog, I finished except to heel a sock out of that Christmas yarn, and then I was like, I'm not feeling this at all, and also it came out too big, and I was like, I'm gonna make this someone else's problem. So I stuck it and the other skeins of the yarn in that series in a bag and donated them. They were cheap, so someone will find a use for them, and if not make that sock into a mitten or a sock, they'll frog it and put it into something else. So someone else's problem now. But this, I didn't get to show you this project when I was working on a version of it for my aunt. This is the Scrappy Scarf. It's a free pattern, I believe, and in the original pattern you use worsted weight yarn, which is a thicker yarn, but I'm using 4 strands of fingering weight yarn held together, which creates a really nice marled effect, and it looks almost stripy, but when you put it on and drape it, it just looks really gorgeous, I think. Stripy isn't bad either, but I made this for my aunt for Christmas. She loves it. And I had enough yarn left over, and I loved doing the project so much that I started one for myself. It's the perfect TV knitting because it's just super simple back and forth. It goes really fast. You get to use nice thick needles, and it's colorful, and I'm using up my scraps, so it's like scratching a lot of itches, and I'm enjoying it. By scraps, I mean like I use less than half a skein of yarn for a pair of socks because I tend to do ankle socks, just because I have like such thick calves that even a sock like this long ends up like this on my calf. So I tend to just do little ankle socks, or with like a short cuff, and that use up like less than half a skein usually for that. I don't have tiny feet. I don't know. I never use as much yarn. Rarely do I use more yarn than the pattern calls for. Yeah. Often I use less. Part of that is because the designers build in a buffer for different people's gauges. But also I think I just don't use much yarn, whatever that means for my gauge. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to speculate further. I have a lot of extra yarn is my point. So half-used skeins of yarn lying around. So my goal of the last year was to do a lot of projects that would use that up. That is extending into this year. I have some really gorgeous yarn I'm looking at that don't have designated projects yet, but I think I'd really like to do more yoked sweaters, which is, you know, the color work, like the pictures in the yarn, pictures in the knitting. And I have a lot of yarn that would lend itself really well to that. And I just don't have a lot of like solids for color work. So I am going to be buying some more yarn this year. One big project, I think I've mentioned, I want to do Christmas sweaters for myself and my boys, matching, of course. And I want to get started on that sooner rather than later because I think I'm going to get bored. So the more time I give myself, the better chances I'll have of actually finishing it by Christmas. Moving on to art-related stuff. My easel is still empty. Still have those guys ready for some acrylic painting, but I have been enjoying my little watercolor and ink paintings. See the little Yucca Man feet? So this is the fourth painting for my Oracle deck. It is the Yucca Man card. So you see the little feet? To me, the Yucca Man represents, as I was painting this, I was thinking about it. The Yucca Man is basically like the desert version of Bigfoot. And in most Bigfoot stories, it's a breach of territory that causes them to react violently. So I was thinking a lot about like boundaries and how you know when your boundaries have been violated, and you usually know when you violated someone else's boundaries. So it's all about boundaries. And then reversed, I'm thinking, is that you need to actually let your guard down and let more people in. So that's kind of the overarching theme of that card. I can expound on that much further. So I will have, so far I've had like a lot of fodder as I've been working on these cards, just, you know, musing on them as I work on them. And I've been keeping notes. I have the Yucca Tree one pretty much all written out, but just keeping little notes to myself of what I want to write about in the guidebook. That was my husband. We're all sick, by the way. Again. So, yeah. I need to start painting, like paintings, for my next show coming up in May. So I still have February, March, April, 3 months, and that's plenty of time to get some big pieces done as long as I work on them consistently. So yeah, day camp is a large space and I intend to fill it. So yeah, I need to buy some canvases. I need to pay off my business card and buy some canvases. So buy some art and I can make more art. I've got lots of pieces available, lots of works on paper, which are really easy to frame and hang and will bring some joy and color to your space. So feel free. Oh, I am available for studio visits, virtual and otherwise, by the way, which is a really great way to like have me show you the art versus just scrolling through the website, and let me kind of get to know what exactly you're looking for, because I have a pretty big catalog, and then we can go from there and find something perfect for your space. So if you like my work, that's always an option. Just hit reply in an email and we can work something out. What else? That's really all as far as like latest works in progress and things. And I've been talking for 10 minutes, so that's probably good. Probably good to end here. Again, I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to limit myself and say I hope that you are enjoying the end of your January. We're coming up on a full moon this week, if that means anything to you. I've been trying to, here I go, tangent. Been trying to lean into the moon energy and moon cycles, and I am finding that I just feel agitated and irritated around both the full and the new moon. I don't know if that's me putting too much expectations on what I think should be happening, or if that's actually me tuning into, because I've heard that the moon can mess with, well, obviously the moon messes with hormones and things, because menstrual cycles tend to sync up with the moon. So that could be part of it. And I'm just paying more attention, or I'm psyching myself out about it. So whatever it is, I'm like, maybe I'm not meant to be a moon girl, because it keeps messing with me. Anyway, whatever that's about, I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you enjoy the full moon, if you like to moon watch. And I hope the storms wherever you are not affecting you horribly, that you're able to enjoy the cozy, and you're not being tormented by the weather. I will talk to you later. I hope you have a good rest of day, rest of week, and I will see you soon. Bye.